Inselmilkom, Sinjuri, illum sa nibdew bil-Culture News. Aktar kmieni illum intqajna mal-professur Albert Mumref li ġi għaw Malta biex iwetta kunċert fi Teatru Manuel kollaborazzjoni mal-MCC. Tkellimna wkoll ma' Rachel Vella u Alexi Gallia. Thank you very much, Professor, for meeting us and joining our program today.
Thank you for the invitation.
How was your trip to Malta this time?
Always beautiful to know that you should arrive in a couple of hours in Malta, and especially when it's the last point of the tour. The one country before Malta was Netherlands. I was honored to be invited as a president of the jury, the Globe International Piano Competition, and it was a nice time to meet many wonderful, talented young pianists from all over the world. But unfortunately, the weather was not that best, so we should more concentrate on our job than to have a couple of useful and interesting breaks. So it was rain, and non-stop rain and wind. So when I arrived to Malta, I was very happy to see the sunshine, and it was nice.
I understand you've been here several times, seventh time. This is your seventh time.
That's true.
Tell us a bit about your previous trips.
Well, the previous trips were always successful, very interesting, and I must tell you that in addition to business trips to Malta, I even had a couple of times a vacation trip with my wife and my kids. And we have good friends living on Malta, several families, not just one. And we like your country very much, and we find it always very warm to us, also from a point of view of the people on Malta, temperament of the people, and of course wonderful cuisine and the sea.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the compliments. I believe you're based in Germany.
Right.
Would you share some of your background with us?
Well, I'm in Germany over 20 years now. I arrived there as a postgraduate student.
From where?
From Russia and then Israel. And I studied in Israel with world-famous piano professor Aryeh Vardi, who actually asked if I wouldn't mind to continue. Of course, it was funny question because it can be nothing better than to have such advice to continue with famous maestro in the other country. And it was actually beautiful idea because Hanover Academy of Music is one of the 3 capitals worldwide for the piano department and very famous in the world. If you take a statistic of the gold medalists of the best piano competitions worldwide, and you will be really surprised to know that the almost 90% of top prize winners are students of Hannover Musikhochschule, and I'm very proud that I finished this Hochschule as well with the big points and with honor, as we say, not magna cum laude as my previous bachelor and master. But it was with excellence, so I'm very happy that it happened in my life. And as you might understand that studying is not the last point in the career of young musician. After we receive the diploma, we have somehow to decide which connection we have to choose and which direction we have to choose. And to me it was a big question to stay in this principal city or to change or to go somewhere else. And I understood that if I will survive in the capital of pianists and will somehow let the world to know about my little success and developments, then probably it was a good decision. And I'm happy that I'm part of city of Hanover. also as a concert pianist, also as a founder and president of the new music academy, which called Neue Sterne Musikakademie, as a founder and director of 2 international piano competitions, and very successful piano teacher with over 50 prize winners, among them 27 gold medalists. And this has all happened during the last several years.
Naħseb kull min ġi l-kunċert nhar l-erba' li għadda veru fehem u ħagost li huwa wieħed mill-pjanisti importanti tal-lum daq programm interessanti ħafna li kien jinkludu wkoll traskrizzjonijiet tiegħu ta' mużika ta' Richard Wagner tal-Wiesendank-Lieder. Kont ikkollaborajtin ma' Albert diversi drabi, mhux biss competitions u hekk, imma anki konna daqqejn it-tieni kunċert ta' Rachmaninoff ir-Russja. Jiġifieri ili nafu sew jiena.
I learned from very early age from my father that professional musician must to be able to play at any place, on any instrument, and for every type of the audience. And I never give preference to bigger halls and never give preference to better pianos, although of course it's always nice to play in the big concert hall for 1,000 and more people, and to play on the very famous labels of the grand pianos. And but honestly, it doesn't change my mind as an interpreter of the compositions that I'm going to talk. For me, it's absolutely the same to play for 1 member of the audience or for 1,000, because it doesn't change the language of my interpretation of the piece, because if we don't have something to tell, then we better stay home.
Kif laqgħu in-nies il-programm tiegħu?
Naħseb kulħadd kien kuntent. L-ewwel ħaġa Schubert u Brahms huma magħrufin ħafna. U dejjem interessanti tisma' mużika ġdida li transkrizzjoni ta' mużika operistika.
Għandu following kbira Malta?
Għax kien ġie Malta wkoll qabel mhux l-ewwel darba li ġie, ġifieri għandu following anki mad-dinja tista' tgħid.
You give your all to your audience.
Absolutely.
What was your performance like this time around? And can you tell us a bit about your program, which we're sharing parts of it with our audience today?
Of course, with pleasure. Well, as I mentioned to the other interviewer, that honestly, since last couple of years, somehow also maybe because of my wife, who is a wonderful musician and super pianist, but first of all a super friend, maybe influenced by her choices of the repertoire and by our together discussions about music and performances. I came to the idea to change a little bit my own type of the concert pianist in terms of the program, because I was very much in love with the virtuoso music for many years, since I finished my last competition as a competitor. I was somehow concentrated a lot on very difficult technical compositions, like music of Liszt, music of Charles Valentin Alkan, and many transcriptions after Wagner operas. And I'm proud to tell that I'm maybe one on the planet, as far as I know, that playing the entire Liszt transcriptions after the all Wagner operas, not only performing in concert but also recorded. But somehow, maybe also because of the age, I came to the idea to look to the other spectre of the piano music, and I'm more and more interested in the late phases of the composer's life, and that's why maybe the repertoire of this season included, first of all, the second concerto for piano and orchestra by Johannes Brahms, which is actually doesn't need any presentation. We all understand what kind of music is that, and how should you be able really to start to think about, to interpret this wonderful concerto, yeah, except it's difficult and very difficult. This is nothing to say. It's just the beginning of the work that you must know that it's not going to be easy. But I'm talking now about the feeling, about the deep feeling of the music, which is coming not only by feeling the music itself, but also to understanding of the literature. And it's pretty amazing that when we speak about the late works of the composers who were after age 60, 65, then it somehow could be clear why it's this way or that way. And especially when you know the life of composer and his activity and the other compositions which were composed during the same opuses or around the same time. But from the other side, it's very difficult to understand how could 30 years old young composer like Schubert to come to such a music like his last sonata, that actually for me, if I would choose to clarify how do I see the deepness of this sonata and the philosophy of the sonata, for me it's like a diving. Because this sonata is a type of music that, besides of beautiful melody and harmonies, which looks actually completely simple, brings the atmosphere not only to the pianist but also to the public, that we are not anymore in the earth, that we are somewhere which is not actually not everything depend on us, including the breathing. And for me, breathing on piano is one of the most important aspects as a interpretation and pianism, because I always say to my students, when you don't breathe, then your public don't breathe it also. Yeah, we transform our feeling to our audience.
Very interesting. I know you have a very big following in Malta. They come to see you from year to year. When will you be back, and what are your plans for your next trip?
Well, I hope that I will see my friends and my colleagues on Malta soon again, but somehow I'm very careful to tell exact the dates and the plans of the future, because it can be changed, it can go different way, or it can come also earlier than you plan. But important to tell that I know that there is certain amount of people. It's always difficult to say how many, but there are quite a lot who doesn't matter what you bring them to perform, they are ready to share with you your time on the stage. And even like this time, they know that it will be a long program and there will be no intermission. I don't know why. Yeah, but well, for me it's more difficult to play a long Schubert sonata and then after that to play Opus 116 of Brahms, and then as you might already receive the information from my organizers, that I'm going to make a Malta presentation, Malta premiere of my own transcriptions after the famous Wesendonck lieder by Richard Wagner, which is actually no one before made the transcription after the same songs. There's a lot of transcriptions after operas, but this song cycle was somehow always alone. Yeah, it was only for vocalists, yeah, for singers, or with accompaniment of orchestra or piano, but never it was transcribed for piano solo. So altogether going to be a long story.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
But nobody even asks about that. So they don't even think about glass of wine or any other purpose of the intermission. People say, no, we come and we are with you from beginning till end. Actually, I had the same example of the structure of the concert this year, that it was really the same way, no intermission. And surprisingly, it didn't finish with the program, it finished with the 3-4 encores.
Oh,
So
wow.
people,
So they liked it.
So they not only were not tired, they wanted more.
They wanted more.
Which makes me really happy. And I
Thank
hope it
you.
will happen here again.
ġibta program kif laqgħu in-nies il-program tiegħu?
Naħseb kulħadd kien kuntent. L-ewwel ħaġa Schubert u Brahms huma magħrufin ħafna. U dejjem interessanti tisma' mużika ġdida li transkrizzjoni ta' mużika operistika.
Għandu following kbira Malta?
Għax kien ġie Malta wkoll qabel mhux l-ewwel darba li ġie, ġifieri għandu following anki mad-dinja tista' tgħid.
Aleksej, għajdi xi ħaġa dwar il-pożizzjoni tiegħek fl-MCC.
Mela jiena d-direttur mużikali, aħna fil-passat għamilna bosta kollaborazzjonijiet u ġibna Malta orkestri ta' importanza kbira, per eżempju ġibna minn Russja l-kapella minn St. Petersburg, ġew darbtej Malta, daqejna mużika ta' Rachmaninov, ta' Bruckner ukoll. Ġibna wkoll ħafna artisti, anki Albert kien ġi dejjem ipprovajna kif qed nagħmluha u nħaltu artisti barranin u jkollna anki artisti Maltin.
Għajdi xi ħaġa dwar din il-kollaborazzjoni li għandek mat-Teatru Manuel.
Mela bħala dar il-Mediterran għandna kunċerti li huma kollaborazzjoni mat-Teatru Manuel, se jkollna artisti barranin kif ukoll talent Malti. Per eżempju għandna lil Alan Xiberras, għandna waħed mill-aħjar pjanisti wkoll li hija Sofija Xiberras Narmanja. Ħajkonna ġifieri taħlita ta' mużika vokali, mużika pjanistika u anki violinist Gajk Kazazjan li huwa famuż mad-dinja.
Ovvjament għandna ħafna proġetti kollaborazzjonijiet għaddejjin kemm għall-palk prinċipali kif ukoll għall-konċerti li qed nagħmlu f'Sala Iżward. Mod olistiku it-Teatru Manuel jipprova iwassal l-aħjar prodott għall-udjenzi tiegħu. U din il-kollaborazzjoni li qed nagħmlu ma' Dar il-Mediterran hija eżatt hekk. Qed inwasslu prodott ta' kwalità għolja f'dawn il-konċerti u aħna kburin b'hekk. Ħajkonna iktar konċerti fix-xhur li ġejjin, imbagħad ikollna pawża żgħira għas-sajf, u mbagħad inkomplu b'iktar konċerti fejn ħankomplu nespandu din il-kollaborazzjoni fl-istaġun li ġej.
Grazzi Sinjuri għal Culture News, segwejtu il-professur Albert Mumjev li ġi għaw Malta għal kunċert ġo Teatru Manuel bil-kollaborazzjoni tal-MCC. Jekk għandkom xi kummenti batuhom permezz tal-WhatsApp fuq in-numru li jidher fuq l-iskrin. Żorna wkoll illum esibizzjoni li qed issir fil-Gazin tal-Banda ta' San Ġiljan u għalhekk rajna l-arti kollettiva ta' artisti Maltin.
L-attività hija wirja ta' arti sakra. Isna dis-sena xtaqna nagħmlu xi ħaġa differenti fil-Kazin u ġo San Ġiljan. Differenti mill-wirjiet tradizzjonali ħanajtek. Allura għamilna kuntatt ma' xi artisti Maltin biex juru l-arti tagħhom. Hija arti sakra mhux bil-fors marbuta mal-ġimgħa l-kbira, però kif jistgħu jaraw it-telespettaturi u hemm ħafna arti marbut mal-ġimgħa l-kbira, però mhux biss. Hija qisu showcase tal-artisti, ġifieri kultura Maltija li hija moħbija ġo kultura differenti li huwa Kazin ta' Banda li aħna nagħtu l-mużika. So jisom żewġ dinjiet fil-kultura, ħanuża l-kelma iż-żewġu ġew flimkien biex in-nies jistgħu jiġu hawnhekk u japprezzaw l-arti u talent Malti. Jistgħu jiġu tul din il-ġimgħa ħamis ix-xirka ħankunu miftuħin fil-għodu u fil-għaxija. Il-ġimgħa kbira ħankunu miftuħin fil-għodu u s-sibt ħankunu miftuħin il-ġurnata kollha sa xil-5 ta' wara nofsinhar.
Intlaqat tajjeb ħafna. Fil-fatt, fil-ftuħ li sar il-ħamis li għadda, kien hawn rappreżentanti tal-għaqdiet ta' San Ġiljan u anke membri tal-każin tal-banda, kif ukoll kellna mistieden speċjali l-Fader Charles Vella fejn għamel anke spjega u ta' anke l-idea ta' daw l-arti f'dan iż-żmien ta' li huwa tant importanti għall-Knisja wkoll f'Malta. U apparti ħassew li għaw arti li verament jistaw japprezzaw dimensjoni differenti minn affari, minn exhibitions oħra. Veri, għalina l-wiritu ma kollha importanti, imma għalina San Ġiljan il-fatt li għamilna di kienet l-ewwel darba u qed tagħmlilna kuraġġ anke minn dak li smajna nagħmlu kuraġġ biex snin oħra li ġejjin norganizzaw xi ħaġa simili. Aħna kull minn staqsina jistaw jagħmlu mbagħad kuntatt dirett mal-artisti u ovvjament mbagħad jaraw magħhom jekk mhux disposti li jbigħu. Però l-lan prinċipali meta ħsibna fuq il-wirja hija li peress li dik kienet l-ewwel darba wkoll għalina dan huwa tista' esperiment ukoll, xtaqna li nagħmlu din il-wirja laqqajna 9 artisti u darilna li jisma' darba nimxu fuq din il-linja. Però huwa fil-libertà mbagħad ovvjament ta' min jixtieq li javviċina l-artisti u jitkellem magħhom. Wara din l-esperjenza tajjeb u ovvjament mbagħad anke niddiskuti mal-membri tal-kumitat l-idea li nibqgħu għaddejjin. Aħna x-xewqa tagħna li dal-post nagħmluh ċentru kulturali. Veri aħna matul is-sena kollha għaddejjin bil-lezzjonijiet tal-mużika, però irridu noffru wkoll dal-ispazju għal din l-attività kulturali xi ħaġa differenti li lilna tagħmlilna kuraġġ ukoll li l-qudiem ukoll nistgħu norganizzaw wirjiet differenti jew anke attivitajiet differenti, anke kunċerti żgħar li joffru wkoll spazju hekk ta' rilassament ukoll għax inti meta tiġi tisma' jew kunċert jew dan tgħinek iktar tapprezza l-arti fil-dak kollu tagħha.